something is threatening this home.
When I wake up and I'm frozen, I'm scared.
Something that defies explanation.
It feels like something bad is going to happen to me.
Now, Nadine Mercy and her team of paranormal investigators have entered the house.
There's something happening. I gotta figure this out.
To collect hard evidence and ghostly messages.
I'm feeling a pain in my stomach. There's some pressure coming right over me.
In order to find out what's terrorizing this house.
There's something underground. Oh, God.
Welcome to Scarborough, your average suburban city, home to commuters, mid-century family homes, and young professional Alex. Alex inherited this 3-bedroom 1950s bungalow 10 years ago.
This house has a lot of sentimental value. It's been in my family since I've been alive. It was my grandmother's house. My grandmother passed away and left it to my mom, who subsequently passed away and left it to myself and my sisters, and that's when I took it over. So this house means a lot to me.
While his family home is full of warm memories, since moving in, Alex hasn't been able to shake the feeling that it's also home to something else.
Sometimes I feel that I'm not necessarily alone in the house. You know, I feel that there's maybe a presence or some energy that's, you know, in the house with me when there's no one else there.
It's a feeling that seems to be shared by the other full-time occupants of the house.
Yeah, both of my cats do definitely act strange sometimes. You know, they'll
Freak out for no reason at all. They'll, you know, run up and down the house. They'll stare at a wall for an extended period of time and there's nothing there. They're just looking off into spaces. They're seeing something that I can't see.
It's actually a little bit eerie.
Eerier still is what Alex started hearing.
I'll hear just random, unexplained noises, you know, taps. Maybe it sounds like someone's hitting a wall.
I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know what the source is.
So I was in my bedroom right in here when I heard their
Footsteps outside of my bedroom.
and I was the only one home. So pretty much freaked me out.
But things have escalated beyond noises.
One of the craziest things that happened to me is I was just hanging out by myself one day at home, watching TV, and out of the corner of my eye, I caught the hallway light came on, just by itself.
I'm certain that it wasn't on, and then all of a sudden it was. I thought it was definitely weird.
Soon, it wasn't just Alex experiencing the unexplainable.
My former roommate, Manny, and my girlfriend, Amy, have both experienced things.
On a number of occasions, I could hear very clearly howling coming from the spare bedroom.
Alex had gone away for the weekend, and I was by myself. And around 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm woken up by 2 women speaking to each other. So I got up and figured it was the neighbors. But once I got outside to the backyard is when I could clearly hear that the voices were coming from inside the house.
And scarier than that was what was happening to Alex in the middle of the night.
A few times I'll wake up and I'll sense that something's happening or someone is there and, you know, I should do something, but I'm in this frozen state and I can't really move and I can't really do anything. I'm just kind of lying there frozen.
It feels paralyzing. I'm trapped, and you know, it feels like something bad is going to happen to me. That's happened to me probably a handful of times.
And others have noticed.
Quite a few mornings, I'd be getting up in the morning, going to the kitchen to get, you know, some orange juice or something, and he'd be on the couch staring at the TV, which was off. Alex. And he wouldn't respond. Out of frustration, I'd literally give him a shove to the shoulder. Dude. And then it seemed like he was coming out of some type of trance.
When I wake up and I'm frozen, I'm scared. I'm sensing something's happening. You know, there's someone here, and, you know, I need to react and get up, but I can't move.
Too scared to go to sleep and too exhausted to stay awake, Alex is desperate to understand what's happening to him.
Well, I hope the investigation will maybe give me some insight to the things that I've experienced and the things that others have experienced to help explain what's happening.
Am I crazy? Is there something going on that we don't know about? Because all indications are there is, so.
I'm not sure the jury's out.
Psychic Nadine Mercy is on her way with her paranormal investigation team made up of Matt and Michelle. to figure out what's haunting this house. An earlier inspection found no natural causes for the phenomena. Now Michelle and Matt go in for the night, armed with night vision cameras, heat sensors, and motion detectors, on the hunt for the paranormal.
What time do you have, Matt?
10:03 now.
10:03 p.m. And we are recording in the basement, Scarborough. I'm gonna shut off the lights now.
The team tries to stir up a reaction.
Is there a message you have for Alex?
We're here to communicate with you. We'd really appreciate it if you come out and let us know of your presence.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
What did you hear?
Oh, I thought I heard like a whisper.
Can you do it again? What the hell is that?
A motion detector has gone off upstairs.
That sensor just went off on its own. Is there somebody up here? Are you in here?
The lack of response sends Michelle back downstairs.
Well, here's what happened. The vibration sensor on the door in the other room, it went off. Really? And there was nobody up there at all. I can't explain that. So we'll carry on here.
Are you still here with us?
What the hell? It's like...
There it is again.
We're back. I'm gonna go check outside. What the is that?
It came from over there.
Can you do it again? What the hell?
Through that gallery?
Where did that come from?
From the back.
Is there something out here?
With confirmation of paranormal activity, Michelle heads to the city archives to find out more. Does this house have a dark past? Meanwhile, psychic Nadine Mercy is on her way to the house. She's going in blind, with no knowledge of the inhabitants or the strange events.
Nice home.
The house is quiet.
I like this room. Very peaceful.
The spirits in the house seem to be eluding Nadine, but the same can't be said for Alex.
I almost feel as if the owner's talking to me. I'm feeling there's a lot of male energy here. A lot of warrior energy in here. This fellow wants to move forward, and I hope to bring clarity to him. This person's really intuitive. I really feel that, and I feel like he's communicating with me already, and he's not physically here.
Shifting her focus away from Alex's energy, Nadine hears nothing but silence until something finally reaches out.
I'm having a communication with somebody, and I'm trying to figure out who it is. And I'm just gonna walk around first to get an idea of the house before I start raiding the home.
Determined to dive deeper into the spiritual energy of the home, Nadine grounds herself.
Okay, angels, cover me. We're going in.
After a prolonged spiritual silence, psychic Nadine Mercy has detected a ghostly presence in the home.
Right away, I got a push in the bathroom. My heart's starting to beat a little bit. My frequency's changing right in this bathroom. It's heavier. I'm absorbing some intention in here. I'm not sure what it is. It doesn't feel good in here. I'm gonna change rooms for a second. It's a totally different energy in this bedroom than it is in the bathroom. So I'm gonna go to the other rooms.
Moving toward the back of the house, Nadine is again struck by a spiritual heaviness.
Again, it seems to be in the back here. This room right here is the hardest energy of them all, and I need to do a scope through to kind of figure out where this energy is coming from. Some cats. Cats attract energy. Maybe it's the cats. I'm feeling a pain in my stomach, depression, anxiety, sleepless nights, mental energy, fear. There's some pressure coming right over me. It's more in this corner. Something rattling in here, and it's making me shake, actually. It's very, very strong. This is difficult. This one's hard. I'm gonna go into the basement. Now I'm feeling the pressure again. Again, something's really pulling on this side of the house. It's strange. It's like I feel happy here and I feel confused on this side of the house. I'm seeing fire, fire, fire. Oh, God. It's making me feel sick on this side. My stomach's distended on this side of the house. I don't know what it is on this side of the house. I don't know if it's coming from the drain or the backyard. My energy doesn't like it. It's making me work. Making me work hard to breathe. There's something happening. I gotta figure this out. This is not easy because I don't hear voices right now. I don't hear anyone talking to me. I just feel pressure, anxiety. If you were to feel something, this could make someone very depressed, anxious, worried. A lot of mental energy would make somebody not mentally well. Again, right here, it just kind of hit me. A deep sorrow, aggression, force. It could make, again, somebody mentally confused.
Seeking clarity, Nadine is pulled to the backyard.
I want to put my hand on this door and I'm already feeling a pressure. I'm starting to shake. What is it about this house out here in the backyard? I don't like it right here. I almost feel some sort of depression, that kind of feeling. And then my body just wants to move. It's not a backyard that you would want to come into. It's not energetically you don't want to come into because there's something here that does not want me to be here. There's a lot of heaviness on this side of the house. I just got chills and goosebumps. Is it a spirit? Most definitely. My eyes are being drawn up into the trees as if the spirit can live in the trees, as if they're watching down, as if they're hovering this backyard and watching from a distance, or every now and then they enter the home. This is really freaking weird.
Psychic Nadine Mercy has been receiving conflicting positive and negative energy as she moves throughout this bungalow. Having felt heavy darkness in the backyard, Nadine seeks clarity back inside.
It's stronger in the house than it is outside. My chest is really heavy in this area. I'm getting a vision of something being underground. Buried? I'm getting a yes. Y-E-S, something under the ground. I don't know if this was an old grave site. There's something underneath the earth in the ground. I'm getting a yes, loud and clear. So as many renovations as they want to do to this house, I don't know if there's enough that could actually cleanse what was actually under the earth. Okay, let's go back upstairs. I'm getting hot again, and I'm gonna take my coat off. I feel like there's some clearing of energy going on here. And it's got me in a pit on my stomach. I'm going through the house. Yeah, and same thing. Through here, I have very good energy. Again, in the front of this house, good energy. A lot of creativity happens in this room. There's a lot of clear space here. More energy comes in, more creative energy comes in this room. And it might just be their intention and where they gravitate to. That would certainly bring in the energy. Again, stepping on this side of the house, from the kitchen on, I start getting heavy, can't breathe. his mother is here. Sadness and sorrow, that's what I'm hearing. Somebody's living in the past. Past needs to come forward. Clear energy, bang, hits me, bang, bang, bang. It's like a cement wall. These two rooms probably on the whole floor had the heaviest energy of them all. People would be led out of this room pretty fast, pretty quick, and they wouldn't be conscious of what it is.
Finally, the voice returns.
Okay, now I guess somebody's talking to me going, tell them the truth. I'm hearing as if they were talking code. They're going window shopping, and I'm looking at the window wondering what that is, and then they give me the rest of the clue. Looking out the window, and then they're making me look out the window. They're saying something's in the backyard. Seeping through into the basement and coming up. A vibration that's undesirable for most to tolerate. Some of us are sensitive than others. I think this person in the home is sensitive. I just see a fire, lighting a fire. It's not nice. It's not nice energy at all. I just gotta clear this because I can't think.
Retreating from the dual energies in the house, Nadine heads home. Her findings are compiled with Michelle's. 48 hours after the investigation began, our producers give Alex the results. When Michelle's hunt through the city archives failed to turn up any clues or events that might point to the cause of the odd activity, she decided to explore a less conventional area of research. Searching through reports of UFO sightings in the area, Michelle discovered 7 reported sightings within 2 miles of Alex's house in the last 4 years. One of the most common experiences reported by those who suspect they've been abducted by aliens is sleep paralysis.
Really? Interesting. The whole UFO sighting thing in the area, I mean, although it seems pretty interesting, it doesn't really mean anything to me. It's kind of hokey.
Paranormal investigators Michelle and Matt entered the house to hunt for activity. The triggering of motion sensors and other mysterious sounds led the team on a chase both inside and outside the house.
Sounds like it was an interesting evening. I think I still have to absorb it and learn more about it. But, there's no smoking gun here, right? There's nothing to tell me what's really happening in the house.
Nadine's first messages seemed to be coming from the energy of Alex himself.
I almost feel as if the owner's talking to me. This fellow wants to move forward, and I hope to bring clarity to him. This person's really intuitive. I really feel that, and I feel like he's communicating with me already, and he's not physically here.
Wow. Well, that's very interesting.
Moving through the house, Nadine picked up on a sharp contrast between lighter and much darker energies.
As you move closer past the kitchen into the 2 bedrooms and the bathroom, the energy was really heavy, and it has started affecting my stomach and my lower back. It was very difficult to breathe. It's a totally different energy in this bedroom than it is in the bathroom. There's a little bit of an unbalance happening here. I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to figure that out.
In the basement, the energy imbalance came into focus.
It's strange. It's like I feel happy here and I feel confused on this side of the house. I'm seeing fire. Oh, God. It's making me feel sick on this side. My stomach's distended on this side of the house. It didn't feel comfortable. It was almost like a past energy, an energy that needed some sort of resolve.
I would say some of the points she said make sense to me. Something that definitely struck a chord with me was she had an uncomfortable feeling in the bathroom upstairs. She didn't want to be there at all. And there was a fire, probably about 15 years ago, and it's centered right around in the basement below the bathroom. The tub actually fell through the floor, so coincidence or not, I'm not sure, but I can, appreciate what she's saying.
And moving outside did nothing to clear the energy Nadine was fighting.
My heart's beating really, really fast. I don't like it out here. There's a lot of heaviness on this side of the house. Is it a spirit? Most definitely. My eyes are being drawn up into the trees as if a spirit can live in the trees, as if they're watching down.
Back inside, Nadine was determined to figure out the disturbing energy.
I'm getting a vision of something being underground. Most definitely. There's something underneath the earth and the ground. I'm getting a yes, loud and clear. So as many renovations as they want to do to this house, I don't know if there's enough that could actually cleanse was actually under the earth. They should stop with renovations. His mother is here. Sadness and sorrow, that's what I'm hearing. Somebody's living in the past. He's in pain. He's in pain and he's trying to move forward.
Some of it, kind of does make sense, about, healing the past and moving forward. I'm glad the investigation was done. More than anything, it's given me a lot to think about so I can continue with my journey. Well, since you guys were here last, I've taken some time to really absorb the things I've heard. I've looked a little bit further into, some of the history of the home. So I'm continuing to investigate. But I will say, though, that the things that, Nadine said still resonate with me. And I feel a little bit more comfort, I think, just being in the house. My mind is, it's opening further, and I'm allowing the things that I've heard to, resonate with me and to just move forward.
Something is threatening this home.
I've experienced like a figure standing at the side of my bed.
Something that defies explanation.
I will wake up screaming.
Now, Nadine Mercy and her team of paranormal investigators have entered the house.
My knees are shaking, my legs are shaking, so there's something moving through my body.
To collect hard evidence.
You hear that? Mm-hmm. Coming from that way.
And ghostly messages.
Oh, God. What happened?
In order to find out what's terrorizing this house.
Is this a murder? Why am I hearing yes?
This is Tilbury, a sleepy farming town that dates back to the European settlement of North America. And one of the oldest houses in this historic area is home to Cindy, Jacques, and their two sons.
This farm has been in our family as far as the 1880s. My great-grandfather, Charles Crow, built this house. And then when he passed away, my grandfather, Orville, took it over. And he lived in here with my grandma. They had 14 children in this house.
With a lot of people in this house, one of the things we found out was there's more like the community housing. You used to have monthly dances here. Funerals would be held here.
My father had passed away when I was 18, so that's how I became the owner of this house. Yeah, I feel connected to the family history for sure.
Recently, Cindy and Jacques decided to renovate, but it stirred up something in the house that should have been left alone.
One night, Jacques and I were at home by ourselves, and we heard the kitchen door open and close, and there's nobody there.
There's no reason for it to open and close by itself. We can't figure it out. Also, in the kitchen, we could hear two people whispering just on the other side of that island. As we approached into the kitchen, instantly stopped. And we've heard it 2 or 3 times. We just can't explain it.
The renovations are finished, but the voices get worse.
We hear a lot of noises in this house.
We both heard what sounds like a young child running up on the 2nd floor directly above our living room. And you come up here, there's no one around. Kind of creeps you out a little.
Then the couple begins to feel like the dark forces are toying with them.
One day I was sitting in the living room and the stereo turned on by itself. I shut it off and it turned on again. And that creeped me out very much.
In the middle of the night, one time, our bedroom light come on for no reason. And upon getting up, I realized all the lights were on downstairs.
But nothing prepared the family for the day when the entities stalking their home began to take shape.
We will be watching TV and we'll see a figure up here on the stairway, and it's like right at the top here, and it's like somebody peeking around the corner. That happens quite frequently in this house.
We have clearly seen shadows going across our toy room. I'm here sitting on the couch, and we'll notice a figure in the kids' toy room, and it seems to always appear from this spot right about here, coming out of the wall, and travel like about this speed, a gentleman about this high, come to here and then just disappear.
That night, Cindy gets a horrifying surprise.
I've experienced like a figure standing at the side of my bed, and I will wake up screaming. Oh! Devin, when he was about 4 years old, used to tell me that there was a bad woman, and there was also a man that lived in our bedroom. We've recently got pictures of Grandpa Charles' second wife, and Ashton looked at it. That's her. That's who? That's the bad lady. He said that's what she looked like.
His eyes were popping out of his head.
He was scared.
Could Cindy and Jock's children be in danger? They need to find out what's going on before it's too late.
I'm very convinced there's spirits in this house.
I would have to agree with her on that.
I'd like to understand what's going on and why.
Psychic Nadine Mercy is on her way with her investigation team made up of Matt and Michelle to figure out what's haunting this house. An earlier inspection found no natural causes for the phenomena. Now, Michelle and Matt go in for the night, armed with night vision cameras, heat sensors, and motion detectors.
Do you have a message for Cindy?
She wanted us to possibly make communication with you. Do you have anything to tell her?
Yeah, I heard that. Can you do that again?
What? Did you hear that? That almost sounded like it was coming from outside.
Yeah.
Investigators Matt and Michelle are in this house, trying to flush out ghosts. But what they're looking for might be outside.
What? Did you hear that? That almost sounded like it was coming from outside.
Yeah.
Let's take a walk outside.
Matt notices something odd in the river.
See that? That's the branches.
Yeah.
It's going against the current.
It is. That's weird, eh? What the hell?
I don't know what that would have been, Michelle.
I don't know what the hell that noise would have been either.
An unholy sound is coming from the house. Michelle looks for its source with a thermal imager that detects heat signatures.
There's one right there,
Does it have a shape to it?
just round. And then there's two popped up right on the stereo. One there, and then one there. Can you turn the stereo on for us? You like to peek around the stairway and look in?
Can you come out?
What the hell is that? Is it from downstairs?
There's too much activity. Matt and Michelle have to split up.
Do you want to turn on some music? It sounded like voices in the kitchen.
I definitely heard something in that.
You heard that
It was like
too,
coming
right?
in the kitchen.
You hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Coming from that way.
If you want me out of your kitchen, can you make a noise? There was a definite click right at the coffee machine when I asked that. I'm smelling something.
Like a perfume?
Yeah, you smell the perfume too?
Yeah.
Michelle, can you come in here?
You Whoa.
Do you smell that?
What the hell?
It's like a perfume smell.
Yeah.
Just kicked up.
Okay, so, I think we got enough.
We got plenty.
I'm gonna wrap this up.
With confirmation of paranormal activity, Michelle heads to the city archives to find out more. Meanwhile, psychic Nadine Mercy is on her way to the home. She has no previous knowledge of its inhabitants or the ghostly occurrences.
A gray, overcast sky. Heavy pressure in my chest, more tingles, more coolness. So I'm sensing this place is old. And I'm sensing that the owners of this home are deeply connected to lost loved ones. We're gonna figure it out soon enough. Here we are.
Before entering the house, Nadine is immediately drawn toward the river.
What a beautiful location on the river. Something about that bedroom right there. Got goosebumps going right. My eyes are drawn into that bedroom. I can't wait to check out that bedroom right there.
Suddenly, a terrible force pulls at her from behind the house.
There's something buried here. I just had to chill on that. Something's buried out here. I'm getting a male figure on the water way back when, 1800s. I just got chills, and it's not the weather. I'm freezing cold. I'm gonna go in the house.
The dark forces swirling around this house have a warning for psychic Nadine Mercy.
Something's holding me back, doesn't want me to come in right now. And I'm not afraid, and I'm not afraid at all. All right. Here we go. There's a lot going on, lots of conversations.
But the living room is a different story.
It's almost like dead space, quiet, very quiet in here. I don't feel anything happening. Not at all. But definitely in this room. Woo! It's got my heart racing and jumping, going up and down. One of the spirits talks to one of the children in here. I just had a flash or an image of an older lady, 56. I see now 3 women talking in this room. A funeral gathering. Grandma. There's a grandma in here. Talks to the little boy Ashton, I'm hearing. Or if that is the child's name, I'm not sure. I'm going, yes, it is. Grandma, dark dress, funeral for a male, very aggressive man, boisterous, loud. He's kind of overtaking the energy now. He's coming in. I'm hearing knock at the door. Tapping. Someone's trying to get somebody's attention. They're certainly trying to get mine. Okay.
What do they need to tell her?
Something's buried in the back, that's what I'm hearing. Somebody died in the family. There's a boy, a past child that comes with a grandparent. I almost feel like his energy is blocking me. I gotta move here. Let's go see what the rest of the house entails. So higher frequency, my harder to breathe, energies just went up. The person on this side of the bed reflects more in spirit. I'm hearing things. I'm hearing old family. They hear things on the walls, they hear bumps, they hear traveling footsteps, staircase, grandmother's influence. There's many, hundreds of spirits. I'm trying to get to a select few. I'm getting this, right now, this grandma's image is again in front of me. Something about her husband. Old grandma, old.
The deeper she goes into the house, the darker the forces become.
Heavier energy in here. I don't know what it is. So below would be the kitchen, and I just got chills on that one. My energy doesn't like this room for some reason. Who is this? Let's go downstairs. My knees are shaking, my legs are shaking, so there's something moving through my body. More chills, more tingles in the kitchen. Definitely feel a chill, a coldness right here. They tell me not to uncross my arms because the energy changes. I feel like I want to sit here for a while. A lot of activity in here.
Suddenly, Nadine feels something right beside her.
There's a girl with dark hair coming right over here on this side of me. What do you have to say? A complicated death, a combination of circumstances, a combination of choices. Is this a murder? Why am I hearing yes? I'm feeling her emotion coming right through me. There's a name, K. A. Chills. Catherine? No, Catherine. K or C? K. K with a heart. Oh, the power just went out. Is this a murder? Why am I hearing yes? I'm feeling her emotion coming right through me. There's a name, K. K with a heart. Oh, the power just went out. Do you believe it? The power just went out. Who's got a flashlight? The door's open. Can we shut the door? Why am I hearing get out? You don't belong here. Oh, come on. This is not funny. This is not funny. I'm just hearing information being transferred to me, so I'm just gonna sit. They're showing me a picture of a church, and they're saying all the praying is not gonna make this go away. Why are the lights out? You know why. They're blaming it. It's not me, it's us. We did this. It's freezing cold in here. The death, I'm hearing death. The energy is associated with the death. Oh God. What happened? They're going, you know, be quiet and I'll tell you.
To get the answer, Nadine has to go into the heart of the dark energy.
Boom, just hit me. A lot of spirit right in this room right now. Chills going up my arm. More activity in this room now. As if there's a flurry coming up the basement, through this room, up the stairs. You just kind of get an image of them playing peekaboo in the parlor around the stairs. It's the staircase near the parlor. Great. It's the basement again. I gotta go to the basement. So, like, right away I'm being drawn into this room here. It's right underneath the parlor. And there's no coincidence that my eyes are being led to go right into this room. So, and I'm also hearing that spirit energy moving up the stairs. There's staircase next to the parlor, so that matches what Spirit was telling me earlier. I'm gonna get out of here. This is crazy.
The crushing darkness in the basement has confirmed Nadine's impressions. She heads home. Her findings are compiled with Michelle's. 48 hours after the investigation began, our producers give Cindy and Jacques the results. While sifting through family records, Michelle came across multiple death certificates for family members who died on or near the property, stretching back for more than a century. Most notable was William Crowe, the patriarch who built this homestead in the 1800s, and a 3-year-old boy, Chester, who drowned in the river behind the house and was buried on the property.
He was one of my great-grandfather's sons. Grandma Anna used to tell me when I was small that there was somebody that drowned behind our house, so now I know.
At the archives, Michelle found reports of an apparition seen in the area. A local historian shed some light on the story.
In 1860, Mary Jacob, a young woman, fell in love with the wrong man, according to her family, and got into a dispute with her mother over it, then mysteriously disappeared. And so it was Constable William Crowe, who I believe might be related to this family here. And he was assigned the task of investigating what had happened to Mary. And it wasn't until several years after when Mrs. Jacob confessed that she had actually killed Mary in an argument with a smoothing iron. There's still been sightings of her just hovering over the river.
Oh, wow. I have heard that.
During their investigation, Michelle and Matt found paranormal activity all over the property. Eerie sounds, disembodied heat signatures, and a ghostly odor of perfume, clear signs there's a legion of spirits in this house.
Glad you guys experienced some of the things we do.
Nadine got her first strong message before she even set foot in the house.
Something is buried in the back. On the water, way back when, 1800s. I'm freezing cold. I'm gonna go in the house.
Inside, she discovered a house full of ghosts.
There is many strong spiritual presence in this home. Family members, like grandmother, grandfather, old. And I see almost 3 women's spirit, dark dress, sad faces, funeral for a male. Grandma has sorrow for her husband. I saw her grieving. She was dressed in black.
Oh, wow. So that's the one that Ashton sees.
And Hattie says as a bad lady, if you've seen a photo of her, she looks like a very strict, stern woman.
In the master bedroom, Nadine sensed how closely Cindy is connected to her ancestors.
The person on this side of the bed most definitely hears and is connected to spirit. And they hear things on the walls, they hear bumps, they hear traveling footsteps, staircase.
For some reason, I wasn't surprised with what Nadine came up with.
While Nadine continued to explore the family connections between the homeowners and the spirits, a moment in the kitchen brought forth another ghost, this time not related to Cindy.
There's a girl with dark hair coming right over here on this side of me. What do you have to say? Is this a murder? Why am I hearing yes? I'm feeling her emotion coming right through me. There's a name, K with a heart. Oh, the power just went out.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Very interesting.
Nadine discovered this house is teeming with the spirits of Cindy's ancestors. But they're not alone. The ghost of the murdered Mary Catherine Jacob is here as well. And it looks like they're all here to stay.
I'm being bombarded right now, and there's more spirit that has come in. There's gonna be a lot more activity after I leave, for sure.
It was their home first.
Yeah, this was their house. In the last 4 weeks since the investigation, things have quieted down quite a bit, but I still do feel the sense of somebody at the side of the bed.
And we're still getting the usual little person or whoever it is that peeks around the corner, but nothing's been slammed. It's been peaceful around here.
It was very comforting to know that somebody else came in this house and they felt things that we feel.
They were able to experience what we experienced, so we're not feeling crazy about the whole situation.
Now we know this is real and this happens in this house.